Hi folks, this is Karim Raouf for IT Visual Idol channel. You will continue on Lab the Matrix Labs, the video number 106. We have been discussing in the previous video the following. We are still working with troubleshooting and repair Windows operating system using SFC and DISM commands. We have seen the scenario generated by Claude 3.5 Sonnet AI. We have seen how this scenario is very rich. It contains a lot of logical steps, how we can solve issues related to Windows operating system. We have seen how we can use SFC, and then how can we use DISM, and if both failed we need to go to other solutions like in-place upgrade. And currently we are discussing the step of in-place upgrade, when we should go to this step, and what we should do to have a proper in-place upgrade. We first need to see if we have the necessary hardware to make an in-place upgrade, even though the purpose of in-place upgrade is just to reinstall the operating system, okay, without wiping the currently installed system. So it is just replacing the corrupted files with new files. In-place upgrade is just replacing files. Just look to it like that, okay, without removing the whole operating system. Okay, so this is not a clean installation, this is an in-place upgrade installation. Okay, so we need to know if our hardware is capable of an in-place upgrade. Mostly if you are upgrading from Windows 10 to Windows 11, then you should take into consideration your hardware. If you are upgrading from 10 to 10, for example, or from Windows 11 to another version of Windows 11, then you are good to go. You don't need to just check your hardware. Anyway, so we have stopped the last time at this diagram, Claude generated diagram. To make sure that we are going on the right track, we need first to see our current state of our system. System is ready to be upgraded. We can start the upgrade. We mount the ISO image, and then we run the setup, and then we monitor the process. Okay, if the system is not ready, we don't have the necessary hardware, we need to address the issues. We need to, for example, if you don't have free space for the upgrade, we need to free some space. We need also, after finishing all the hardware issues, we need to create a backup, maybe a system image or something, before making the in-place upgrade, and then go again to the system ready status. Okay, so let's continue with our scenario. Now we have all right, let's analyze our readiness check results and make a decision. So now we have seen that we have a couple of things here. We need to make sure that we have the free space. Okay, here he is talking about final readiness verification. We need to make sure that we have free space. We don't have any pending updates that need reboot. Active window. I think this is related maybe to the serial of active windows. Okay, so here he is seeking to see if you have any processes that are open. So here, active windows, if you have any processes that are active, if you have any pending reboots before making the upgrade, if you have free space necessary to make the upgrade. So all of this is good things. We need to make sure that all of these are not present. We need to have, if you have any updates that need to reboot, we need to reboot and then make the upgrade. If you don't have free space, we need to have a free space. If you have any processes that are opened, we need to close them and focus on the upgrade process. Here is seeking to see seeking all of these, or all of these results are generated, or how we know all of these things, by getting the service of Windows Update and Trusted Installer. Trusted Installer is responsible for installing updates, and this is the Windows service, Windows Update service, to make sure we have all of these checked. And then another thing, he is checking the registry for any pending reboot. So here is just checking all of these. How he can check for active processes by this line of command, and how he check the pending reboot from this registry key, how he check any services or any pending or installing or any pending installs from this disk space. So all of these are variables, and this is the results of the variables. Okay, he will get them there. Okay, so let's see after that. Based on this result, should we proceed in place upgrade, address any readiness issues first, give current, repair one more? What should you think we should do? So if before making in place upgrade, should we make another DISM repair before doing that? Let's see what will be the junior admin uh, answer. Looking at the results, we have enough disk space, no pending reboot, that's good, but we still have some active windows. We have still some windows opens. Should we close all active windows first? And do we need to disable antivirus before starting the upgrade? I remember we did that from the earlier repairs. Excellent thinking about active windows and antivirus. Let's prepare the system properly. So here he is checking the currently running applications. This is all PowerShell script. So he will get the current running applications by using this PowerShell commandlet and prepare for system upgrade. Here he will disable the antivirus. First he will disable Windows Update. I don't know why he's doing this. Maybe he doesn't need any Windows updates to be downloaded during the in-place upgrade or installed during the in-place upgrade. So this is a good thing. Disable antivirus and clear temp folder or clear temp files, the Windows temp files maybe, to free some space. Okay, and then he will give you at the end system ready for upgrade. Would you like to proceed the in-place upgrade? So as we can see here, this is all logical steps to begin upgrade. We need to make sure we have the necessary free space. We need to make sure all of applications are closed. We need to make sure that we have no pending reboots. We need to have free space. We need to have the necessary hardware. All of these are already checked by all of these scripts, which is a very, very good thing actually. But one thing, if we make an in-place upgrade through the graphical interface, uh, will Windows upgrade process will do all of these steps? So I think this is done by Windows, but as we are upgrading through command prompt, so I think all of these scripts are necessary. Okay, so all right, let's start in place upgrade process. And actually we need these scripts because if we are intending to do a bulk of in place upgrades, so these scripts are all useful. Okay, so here admin, let's start the in place upgrade, but before that uh, let me ask a simple question because I am just really curious. If you go to Perplexity AI and then let's see here, let's ask this question. If I am making an in-place upgrade for Windows, will the setup check for in-place upgrade requirements? Before setup, let's see if this is the question. Okay, when you are performing in-place upgrade, there are typically steps that validate if system meets the necessary requirements before the actual upgrade process begins. Here is what the checks involve. Compatibility check. The setup wizard usually includes a compatibility check to identify potential issues. Resolving any flagged issues is important before proceeding. Okay, compatibility of applications. Target validation. Some tools like BigFix ISO deployment offers tasks to determine if an in-place upgrade can be completed successfully. These tasks run a set of validation steps. Some tools, we have some tools, these are third-party tools. Let me see what are these third-party tools. System required. Checking to ensure your device meets the Windows 11 requirements, including backup data. Ensure that you have at least 64 GB free storage. Upgrade requirements. Reviewing the upgrade requirements for the target operating system and verifying that the operating system disk has enough free space to perform the in-place upgrade. So we have the hardware, the free space, the compatibility, the application compatibility. Validation step. A validation task run a set of validation steps and downloads the necessary files for the upgrade. If the validation task fails, it is important to investigate the reason for failure before running the actual upgrade. So there is a lot of things here that if you are running the in-place upgrade graphical interface for Windows, we will see a lot of things here. Compatibility check, system requirements, upgrade requirements, okay, free space. So there is a lot of things that will be done using the graphical interface in-place upgrade. So again, what is this? This is like BigFix OS deployment. What is BigFix? Let me see here. This is some tools that BigFix OS deployment offer task to determine if the in-place upgrade can be completed successfully. Let me see what is this utility. Okay, so this is a software. Anyway, so we have a lot of things here that we need to that will be done using in-place upgrade. Let me see something here for installing. Let me see this one. Installing Windows 11, Windows using in-place upgrade. Okay. Let me see here. So this is through what is called BigFix OS. Okay. No, let me see here. So this is not the thing I need. Okay, so we have target validation. Okay, we have compatibility. So this is an in-place upgrade, comprehensive in-place upgrade. Let me see also here the in-place upgrade. So we can see here that step by step. So this is the in-place upgrade. This is for the Active Directory complete upgrade, post upgrade. So anyway, I think we have a couple of things here. So I know that there is a couple of steps that will be run during an in-place upgrade through the graphical interface anyway. So this is one thing we need to take an off of it anyway. So now we will have our in-place upgrade process beginning. Now we have the script. We are running the setup. Then we will run it auto upgrade, quiet, no reboot, show or skip. We have automatic upgrade mode, minimal graphical user interface, do not automatically reboot, skip out of the box experience, compatibility, continue despite compatibility or compatibility warnings. Okay, start upgrade. Okay, now we have the start upgrade monitoring upgrade process. The upgrade will take 1 or 2 hours. During this time, do not turn off the computer. Keep it plugged in, let it restart as needed. But here he is saying that there is no restart. So this is one thing. Okay, Uh, would you like me to show you to monitor the upgrade process? IT admin, yes, please. And what should we watch for to make sure it's going well? Are there any warning signs that might tell us if something goes wrong during the upgrade? Good question. Let's set up comprehensive monitoring. So this is also a script for monitoring the upgrade process. Set up upgrade monitoring. We are monitoring these logs. Set up ER log. This is the CBS log, and this is the state in. So these are all logs that we can monitor for the upgrade process of the Windows operating system. I need to make sure something here. So these are all logs. We can monitor them for any errors concerning the in-place upgrade. Okay, let me do something because I need to. So here is monitoring the logs, and then he is monitoring the processor used, memory used, and physical disk writing. All of this is displayed, and uh, watch for warning signs. So here he is. Let me see if there is any errors. This will get us the errors from the logs, and if there is any, uh, let me see, is putting any conditions concerning the processor. We don't have any counters here, so we have memory, we have CPU. Okay, here is, I think here is, we can see here he is putting some things. Maybe the CPU is more than some uh, limit or something. Let me try to get this script and ask ChatGPT to explain it. Explain this script in simple terms. And correct it if it is not correct. Let's see if he will have anything related to this script. So let's see what is the answer of ChatGPT. Here, let's explain it, okay? The script defines a function that continuously monitors the process of an upgrade process, for example, a Windows upgrade. It does so by checking specific log files for issues, displaying the current upgrade phase and elapsed time, and reporting key system metrics like CPU usage, available memory, and disk activity. How it works: initialization. The function accepts a process ID, the process upgrade process, and an optional verbose switch. It prints a starting message, and in the corrected version sets a start time to measure elapsed time. Monitoring logs and status. It keeps a list of important log paths like setup error log, CBS log, and state file. These are all files for the upgrade process. It also defines a list of keywords, error, failure, rollback, incompatible that might indicate problems. Inside a loop, which runs as long as the process is active, it clears the screen, checks the current upgrade phase by reading the state file. So the state file uh, contains the current upgrade status, if available, or defaults to initializing, display the current phase and how long the monitoring has been running. Check for warning. For each log file, it reads the last 50 lines and looks for any of warning keywords. If any potential issues are found, it prints a warning message, and if in verbose mode, prints the matching log lines. Displaying system metrics, it fetches current CPU usage, available memory converted to gigabytes, and disk queue length for system counters, then displays them. Loop delay. The script pauses for 10 seconds before checking everything again. Issues identified and correction made. Missing start time. The variable start time was used to calculate the elapsed time but was never defined. This is fixed by initializing start time with the current date time at the start of the function. Incorrect warning pattern check. The original code tried to filter log lines using a nested loop that reused so variable incorrectly. The correction is to combine the warning keywords into a single regular expression, so on so. Okay, so this is the corrected script. Okay, so now we can, the corrected scripts redefines the function. So okay, so here is simply what this script will do. Okay, we have it monitoring couple of logs, important logs, setup error log, and CBS log and state file. I need to know what is the state file because actually I am not familiar with this file. We know maybe setup error log, from its name it appears to be logic. CBS log, I need also to know what, if the upgrade process is written in the CBS log, and the state file. I will ask Perplexity for all of these logs. Okay, and we see it checking the logs, and it's checking the parameters or checking the CPU and so, but here the metrics, so he doesn't have any, he's not giving us a limit for each one of them. He is only giving us the usage of each of these resources. We need to make sure that for example, if there is no memory usage or CPU usage or disk queue, maybe there is a problem or the process is hanged or something. So we need to make sure that to monitor this, there is no limit on using all of these, or there is no restrictions, or there is no limit or something, okay, that is set. For example, if more than 50%, then give us warning. If more than 60%, give us warning. There is no something like that. So this is the script. As we can see, here is the corrected script. Let me try to give the same one for Gemini, as it's now good in also coding. Let's try to see if, okay, no, let me get the whole prompt again, so we can go now and get the same one. So here you go. Let's try to Control A and Control C and then try to give it to Gemini. So here we go, let's do that, and let's see what will be the answer of Gemini. So let's see the answer of Gemini. Now he is talking about a watchdog for a Windows upgrade process. Think of it like a progress bar that also looks for problems. It does the following. Watch upgrade process function are like many programs within the script. These functions takes two input: process ID, the Windows upgrade process ID. Okay, we don't need to go to all of these details. Okay, setup. Okay, and then it lists important log files and configuration files, which it will check. These files contain information about how the upgrade is going. It lists words like errors and failure, checking the logs for these words to make sure if we don't have any errors or failures during the upgrade. Okay. This is the technical, very technical things. For example, display system method, it shows the CPU usage, available memory, and disk queue length. These are like the vital signs of your computer, showing how hard it's working. Okay, start the monitoring. Okay, corrections. The original scripts had a few issues and can be significantly better. Let's see what are these things that he has already corrected, or uh, things here. Let me see what are the corrections. Okay, error handling. Okay, then the code now uses so and so potentially programmatic operations. Rex for warning. Again, all of these are technical thing. Rebost face. All of these are not in the script itself, but in the error handling maybe, or uh, other things. Correct log path access. The original script had an error when accessing the log file passes. The correct code used to properly get the path from the locations hatchable. And the original script had an error when accessing the log file path. Okay. Okay. More informative messages. Okay. Start time, display process ID for the upgrade, completion message, example usage. The script includes comments that show how to start anything within a specific process ID, how to find setup process, dummy process. The script uses a dummy process notepad to allow to test the script without the need of an upgrade process running. Dummy process. The improved script uses a dummy process notepad to allow to test the script without the need of an upgrade process running. Remember to remove these lines. So I think this is good. Okay, how to use it? Run the upgrade. Start your Windows upgrade process as you normally would. Find the process ID while the upgrade is running. Open another PowerShell window as administrator. Get process to find the process ID of the upgrade process. That might be multiple processes with names starting with setup. So look for the one. Okay, why do you need to do that? Okay, start monitoring in the same PowerShell window. Copy and paste the corrected script and finally execute this line of code replacing with that. So he needs the process upgrade ID. Then he will run the script to monitor this ID. Okay, keep the window open. Okay, I think this is a headache way, or this is not uh, that good. Okay, anyway, so we have three scripts to monitor the process. We need to have a virtual environment to see how these scripts will react. But again, I need to do something here, because these things here, or these logs, I need to ask Perplexity a simple question before going further. Here's Perplexity. Okay, what uh, explain uh, what is written in these files during Windows in place upgrade. So let's see what will be the answer. So now we have an answer concerning these logs. Windows use log files to record events and data pertaining to different processes and actions taken by the operating system. These files are useful for troubleshooting, auditing, and monitoring activity. During and Windows in place upgrade, the several logs are created, including setup act.log, setup error.log, cbs.log, and we have a setup act.log. This log contains detailed information about setup actions during various phases of the upgrade process. It's often considered the most important log for diagnostic setup process. So this is not included in the script, so we can include it. Setup errors. So I think this is correct. We don't need this. We need only the errors. Okay. This log records information about errors encountered during the installation phase. Review this log can help identify the cause of upgrade failure. cbs.log. The component-based servicing log records details information about the installation or uninstallation of components during Windows update and is useful for troubleshooting update-related issues. But this is related to, is it related to the upgrade process? Okay, let's see here. An entry in setup act.log or setup error.log includes the date, time, log level, info, warning, error, fatal, the logging component. Okay, and message. The log files are located in different folders depending on the Windows setup phase. So we have, this is the location of the setup error.log. Okay. So, okay, after successful upgrade, this folder may be deleted along with log files. However, you can copy OK to view the logs. One file he didn't mention, this one. So let me see if I can get this from my PC. If I can get this one, let me see. This is system root. Maybe I can get it from here. Let me see if we can get copy like that and try to see if we can put it in the run. Maybe I can get it from somewhere. Okay. Maybe we can do like that. Maybe let me see if I can put it like this. Just a moment. Like that. And let's put it like that. See, okay, so here it is. Let me see the file. So this is the state. If I try to see the file that he's talking about, so yes, so he's telling state image state complete. Let me see other question or ask. Okay, let's. This is notepad. Let me see something here. So let's see this one. Copy. What does this file contain and its relation to Windows in place upgrade. Okay, so let's see this one. So we have the CBS log. This is, we know the setup error, but CBS, I don't know why he's including this in the script, but let's see first also. Just a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Let's see what this file exactly say. I cannot provide information about the content of state.ini during Windows in place upgrade, but because the provided search result does not mention this file. Okay, let's see this file. There. What role does state and I play in storing in place upgrade setting? Let's see if this. Maybe this is a question. unable to provide because the search result does not contain information about it. One search result leads to a support page without Kaspersky. Okay, so state.ini seems not to contain maybe any. Okay, let's try to do something here. If we try to give this to Copilot, maybe it will give us anything here. So we have two files that are not necessarily needed in the script. The one for maybe CBS, okay, and state.ini. Okay, let me see what they contain. Okay, let me see here. Is a configuration file used during the Windows in place upgrade. It contains a bit about the current state of the setup and the progress of the upgrade. This file helps Windows keep track of the upgrade setup, ensuring it runs smoothly and efficiently. Here is a brief of what's usually included. Progress indicators, feature on which phase of upgrade is currently being executed, configuration setting, details about the current setup configurations and any custom setting added, error codes, any error codes during the setup. Would you like so where he get this from? Uh, give me your reference. Your reference. So here, this document provides comprehensive information on various log files, including those created during in-place upgrade. If you need any more specific information on Kata, you can refer to, let's see. So here it is. Continue. So let's see here. So let's try to get here, find on page, state dot ini. So here I cannot find anything related to to this file. Now we can go to the setup. Let's try to get also. Okay, so this seems from the answer of Copilot that contains in-place upgrade, contains information about the current state, the set and the progress of the upgrade. Let's try to search this also on the internet to see if this information is correct. So now we have those files. Now we can go and do like that. Okay. Okay. So Windows setup states. There are several states assigned to a Windows image during installation. The state information can be used to detect automatically different states of stages. Let's see this. Maybe this is what we are working on, or here we can see setup. This is the one that the image has been successfully installed. The specialized and OB configuration paths are complete. The image is not deployable to a computer that has different hardware configuration because it's now hardware dependent. To deploy this image to a computer that has different hardware configuration must run sysprep. So successful being installed. This is the one that we need to focus on. If we have other things, for example, like image state undeployable, this is default state for an image in a given phase of Windows setup that is not yet completed. If a process queries like image state value and image undeployable is returned, the image is one of the following states. Setup is currently running and has not fully completed the phase. Okay, once a given phase is complete, the image state will be completed. Okay, if queried online when setup is not running, there was a failure when completing a setup phase, the image must be reinstalled. Okay, so I think this is what we are talking about here. These are all of the things we need to check. So the script is right to check these or to check the status of the installation through the state.ini file. So now we can know why we need to check this file for the status of the in-place upgrade. So this is a good thing. Now we know exactly what we are searching for. I'll ask the question I need to ask him before going further. The relationship between cbs.log and the in-place upgrade process of Windows. Now we have another question. So far is related to the in-place upgrade process because it logs component-based servicing action, including those related to Windows Update. Because details about installing and updating with system files, the CBS log can be used to troubleshoot Windows Update issues. This is the update, not the upgrade. Troubleshooting, component store detection, conflicting. So this is not related to the upgrade, maybe the update. Just a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. I think here maybe because the CBS is responsible for logging any changes in the operating system files, so the upgrade is like a process of changing the file system status, maybe adding, removing. So I think the upgrade process will be also recorded in the CBS. Anyway, so we have now a script that is checking the upgrade process. Okay, now we have full review about what this script will do. So now he's telling to watch for these warning signs on the screen. So this script will run and it will give us some warnings if there is. Read warning messages, extended periods with no progress, multiple reboots in quick succession, CPU usage dropping to near zero for long periods. This is the one I'm talking about. If you have an upgrade process and you see CPU is not working even though the process of the upgrade is displayed and it should be working. Okay, so you have CPU usage, now we have a hang process or there is a problem. Okay, so let's see, want me to explain what each phases mean as we see it. Okay, let me break down the upgrade phases here. So let's see here the upgrade phase. Let me have it a look here. So we have the upgrade phase: preparation, copying files, checking compatibility, preparing updates. So I think he is explaining the upgrade process. This is number one. Number two, data backup, uh, backing up user data, saving setting. This is phase 2. Phase 3, OS installation, migration of user files, installation core OS, applying updates. This is installation, then we have migration. So we have installation, installing core OS, applying updates, migration, restoring data, configuring setting, finalization, cleanup, and final update. This is the phase of the upgrade, okay, or this is the upgrade phase, a typical upgrade phase, okay. If you are migrating user data, so you need to have a migration phase, maybe migrating user profile data or something. Okay, so this seems to be a normal process, or this is the preparation, or this is the in-place upgrade process. Now we have enhanced phase monitoring. So now we have enhanced our monitoring script. We have initialize, setup and preparation, backup system state, installing new OS files, configuring system setting, completing installation, add to our monitor. Okay, so now we are here. These are the phases of the in-place upgrade, out of the box experience, generalization, backing up system state, installing new files. So here we are monitoring all of these phases by seeing them from the state.ini file. Remember that we have, let me show you, remember we have a URL that we have currently saved. If we see the favorites, now we can see, for example, that here, let me show you the last. I have already one of them already here. This is the Windows setup states. So now we are checking the different states. We have, for example, out of the box experience, audit. So we can see all of these states. We can get them from the state.ini. Okay, and we to know which phase we are currently in. Okay, so now we run this, or we can see this from the state.ini. We have here current phase. He will check the state.ini to see which phase that we are currently in, which one of these. Okay, so expected duration, we have safe OS 5 to 10 minutes, generalization 10 to 15 minutes, specialized 30 to 45 minutes, OBBE 5 to 10 minutes, finalize 10 to 15 minutes. Actually, I'm astonished how this script will work, and which data, or how he is planning, or how he is depending on this data, how or where he get this data from. Okay, anyway, so this is the phase of the upgrade. So he's just trying to monitor the upgrade phase. Let me see, we initialize the phase now. Normal signs at this stage: high disk activity, this is correct. Moderate CPU usage, 30 to 50%. Multiple progress messages. Concerning signs would be CPU below 10, yes. No disk activity. Same messages repeating for 10 minutes. Okay, are you seeing normal activity levels? Yes. Okay, I told him yes. Great. The initial phase is proceeding normally. Let's watch for our key milestones. Okay. Again, he is developing the monitoring process script. So now we have upgrade status, initial phase, file copying complete, first reboot, data migration watch, system metrics, and phase transition. So now he is checking the process, the processor, and the physical disk. Now Windows 11 upgrade process. Check for phase completion. Disk I/O is less than maybe this. File copying phase complete. Current state. The CPU usage activity. We should see initial file copy 30 to 45 minutes. First reboot automatically. Data migration phase. Final setup and configuration. Each phase have normal patterns. Want me to explain what we should expect in the next phase? So here we have uh, the upgrade process. Okay, all of these are uh, true. Check upgrade true, file complete false. Okay, so I need to have something here. Let me read first. Yes, please. The file copy seems to be doing well. What should we expect after the first reboot, and is there anything we need to do when it reboots, or does it handle everything automatically? Okay, let's see. I need to have this script uh, explained, because actually I don't know what he is talking about now. Let me try to ask ChatGPT to explain this script. Explain this script in simple terms and correct it if not correct. Let's see if we can have something like that. Now we have this script to be explained. We can have the same uh, to Gemini and then give him the same. I think this is what, no, we need to get the same prompt. So now let me go and get the same prompt and give it to Gemini. Here you go. Let's get this one, Control A and then Control C. Then go to Gemini and give it this one and start. Let's see the answer of ChatGPT. Okay, explanation in simple terms. Tracking upgrade phases. The script starts by defining a set of flags. Upgrade status to represent different phases of Windows 11 upgrades. Initially, only the initial phase flag is set to true, the others are false. This setup is meant to help track you which phase the upgrade is in. So he is currently in the initial phase, or checking the initial phase of the Windows upgrade, monitoring, so and so, gathering information. So you are currently in the initial phase of the migration, of the upgrade. We are currently monitoring the CPU usage, the disk I/O, the time, and displaying the progress. Okay, and then the script checks if the activity disk has dropped below a threshold. Uh, so, and if the file copy complete flag is still false. If both conditions are met, it assumes that the file copy phase is finishing, prints a message, and updates the flag to true. So, from what I see here, that we are currently in the initial phase of the Windows upgrade. After copying of the file systems is complete, it will change it from true or from false to true. If every phase is finished, it will make it from false to true. So now we have this. We are in the initial phase. It was completed. Now we are in the file copy phase. We have a reboot. We have a data migration. So if each one of these is finished, it will be changed from false to true. And he is monitoring the process or processor and disk activity during all of these phases. And for example, if the file copy, how he know that the file copy process of the in-place upgrade is finished? By seeing the disk. Let me show you. Seeing the disk threshold. If it is below a certain threshold, then means that the file copy phase is finishing, is completed. Okay, so this is good. Corrections and improvements. So for example, maybe if there is a reboot, then it will be changed to true, and data migration, it will be changed to true. So now he is checking the file copy process. Okay, he will know it is completed if the disk I/O is below a certain threshold. So this is good. Initial file copy 30 to 50 minutes. This is the one that he is monitoring now. First reboot automatically, data migration phase, final setup and configuration. So okay, yes, please, the file copy seems to be going well. What should we expect after the first reboot? Is there anything we need to do when it reboots, or does it handle everything automatically? Yes, explain what we should do. So if we can see here the script or the corrections done, these are all minor improvements. Threshold consideration. The script uses disk I/O of so-so to determine the end of the file copy phase. Verify that this value makes sense for your environment or adjust it accordingly. So we don't know if this is a threshold that we can depend on uh, to to take a final decision that the file copy process of the in-place upgrade is finished. Other phases, although has multiple flags for various upgrade states, only the file copy phase is checked in the current logic. Oh, okay, so uh, uh, he's only working with the or he is only working with the file complete phase. The script is not completely finished. There is other things in the script. So let's see here. Here is giving us the whole script. Okay, so okay. Uh, okay, I think he will give us later the rest of the script. So only this script is monitoring the file complete or file copy phase. We need also the script to monitor the first reboot and the data migration. So let's see Gemini what he said about this this script as well. If we go further down, let's see here where I have given him. This is where is the prompt that I give him. No, I think just wait for a moment here. We will go further down. Okay, so this is. Let me go further. Here we go. Okay, so I think let's break down. Okay, so this is the explanation of the script. Keep track of different stages of upgrade, either true or false. Uh, we have the initial upgrade is finished. The initial phase is true, so this phase is finished. Okay, so okay, I think correction. This will cause a fatal error. Script use process ID, but process is never defined. This will cause a fatal error. You need to obtain the process object like you did in the previous example. So here, one thing here, he's monitoring the upgrade process, but he didn't get the ID of the upgrade process. We need to get it so the script can monitor it. Unreliable phase detection. The logic for detecting file copy complete based solely on the disk I/O is extremely unreliable. This activity can fluctuate for many reasons, and the low value doesn't necessarily mean file copying is done. Windows upgrades involve multiple phases, reboots, and complex operations. No error handling. If get counter fails, which can happen, the script will crash. The script doesn't handle any errors. Okay, no real progress information. The script doesn't read any log files or configuration files like it to add the actual progress it was in the previous script. Only guesses based on system metrics. Okay, this can be a good thing. Incomplete, so we can monitor the system state also to know which state we are currently in. Incomplete status, it only tracks the initial file copy. It doesn't handle first reboot, data migration, so the script is missing or it's not complete. Missing output. The code never output upgrade status, making the whole variable useless. So I think the script is not yet completed. Okay, so now we have the script. Here is some modifications to the script. Okay, let's see what he has done. Progress ID check, checks if process ID is provided, and exit. Error handling, start time, improved output, more realistic, but still limited. Phase detection, the file copy detection message now acknowledge that it is a guess based on I/O. Display upgrade status flags. So still I think we need the rest of the script. Important consideration further improving beyond the simple script. Reliable phase detection. Again, accurately determining the exact phase of Windows upgrade is very difficult without access to internal Windows APIs. The state.ini file used in the previous script is one of the better sources of information available to external scripts. Okay, log file analysis. Okay, we have already this CBS and setup error logs. Reboot handling. A major upgrade involves multiple reboots. A truly robust monitoring script would need to handle this reboot. This is the one that I will ask uh, uh, Claude a question. What if a reboot is done? Will the script will work again? By saving its state and restarting after the reboot, this is a very advanced and requires techniques like schedule task. He will do that, by the way, but this is one good intelligent guess from Gemini. WMI. MI provides a more structured way to access system information and events. It might offer some limited insights into the upgrade process. However, it's a complex to use. Okay, so let's continue with the script. So now we have already copied the files. Now we are in the reboot process. Okay, so now let me explain what to expect in the next phase after the reboot. So after the reboot, now we have the first reboot, data migration phase, okay, copying user files, saving settings, progress to 30 to 60 minutes, second reboot, driver installation, installing drivers, configuring hardware, progress 60 to 80%, final setup, Windows Update user setting 80 to 100%. So we are now in the phase of after the first reboot. Okay, so we are currently, I think maybe we can stop at this phase. So now we are in the in-place upgrade. At which phase we are currently in? We are currently in the first reboot phase. So we have our initial phase completed. We have our file copy phase completed. We are in the first reboot. Let me see a little bit of diagram here because we have already a diagram that was created before. So this is the diagram for the upgrade. We have the preparation, copying files. So we have all of these phase 1 completed. Phase 2 should be completed. Now we are in the OS installation phase, installing Core OS, applying updates. Okay, so I am now in this phase 3. The next phase here, after we'll make a reboot, now we are in phase 4. We should be in phase 4. So if we go now to again the last one, so let me go and see. Now we are in which phase? We are currently in the phase of the migration, data migration phase. So we are in the data migration phase after the first reboot, and this is how this will be continued. So now we should stop, but again here, what will happen if we reboot? And this was asked by the junior. What if we have a reboot? Is there anything we need to do when it reboots, or does it handle everything automatically? The script, we'll see if this or the script will work automatically. And actually, I have asked Claude the same question before going further. I think I asked him a little bit of a question here, but I think later I have realized that, but the script should have something called reboot persistence, okay, because actually we don't know after the first reboot if we need to run the script from the beginning or continue working with the script automatically. This should be asked, okay, and actually I will ask him in a couple of prompts, I will ask him what we should do if there is a reboot. Does the script will run automatically or what we should do? He will ask me later or will give me an answer later that we should create a scheduled task that will run to continue running of the script if there is a reboot, and it will be run when the user logs in. So I think we can stop at this phase. Let me flag it. Okay, so here we will stop at this phase. We are currently in the data migration phase and we have the first reboot done. Again, we should ask Claude, after the first reboot, will the script continue to run? Will this script continue to run? Because here we can see it down here, we have monitor post reboot phase. So I think he's giving us the script one by one, not a complete one. So at the end also I will ask him to give me the whole script. He is cutting it to phases, okay, or cutting it to parts. Okay, we can see for example that we have the data migration phase still not finished and the driver installation phase not finished yet. So we are now currently in the data migration phase. So I will stop at this point and continue in the upcoming video with God will. Hope this video is informative for you all and thank you all for viewing. Thank you so much.